first I wanna get into KlusterFuk. That's what everyone's looking forward to. This EP. When did you know you wanted Mayday to produce the entire project, and what made you want that?
Let's see.
Because at that point, when you made that decision, they hadn't really made anything for your releases.
No, they hadn't. I was on tour with them. I forgot what tour it was. Maybe it was All 67s. Yeah, I think. And they played me The Noose. They were just playing me beats. I told them to give me some beats. I want to hear some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to do some music, you know. I'm about to do this Welcome to Strangeland. I would love to have y'all on there, you know what I'm saying, to do something. So give me some tracks. And they were like, fuck yeah. So Plex and Rec brought up to my bus, and they were playing me shit. I'm like, damn, these are hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then The Noose came on. It had his verse on it. I tried writing this letter down several times before. When the party's over and the liquor is no more. I was like, whoa. And when it went off, it didn't have Burns on it yet, you know what I'm saying? It just had a Rec singing. And it was so atmospheric, and it was so beautiful, man. I said, what is that? Can I have that? Because as soon as I heard it, it touched me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, it just took me to Camp Pendleton, man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, can I please have that one, man? And they say, you can have whatever you want. I said, you going to give me this, dog? You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, man, this is open. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? This is a fucking smash. And by listening to all those beats, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this 6-song EP called KlusterFuk. I want you guys to do all the beats, man. And they're like, whoa. And, you know, when I say shit like that, like back in the day when I told Chris Calico when I first met him, I was like, hey, I want you to do this whole album with me. It's called Absolute Power, man. He said, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, in his mind, he's like, yeah, he's talking shit, but he actually did the whole album with me.
Right.
They probably thought the same thing, like, yeah, right, Tech. Yeah, you got Seven, you got Fire, you got Matic Lee, you got David Sanders, you got all kind of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Who else do I got? I got a lot of motherfuckers.
I got Justice League.
Yeah, I got Justice League, you know, so you got everybody, you know what I'm saying? And you got B.O.B. doing beats for you, or yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they did them. They sent me like 2 CDs, 2 sets of with a gang of tracks on them, and I chose 6 out of those 2 CDs. You know what I mean? And we did that shit, and it turned out beautifully. I was just listening to it last night, man. Like, I'm truly singing like every fucking song, man. I'm like singing on like 4 out of 6, dog. You know what I'm saying? The hooks. You know what I'm saying? Because Rec does one called Blur. He does that chorus. And Chris does one called Can't Stand Me. I wanted the mariachi band, because this is way different music. My fans never heard me do this style of music before, so some of them probably going to hate on it like, oh, well, I don't know if I like him on that shit. But I love it because it took me somewhere else. It took me to another place, their music did. And that's why songs like Can't Stand Me came out. You know what I mean? Because when I heard it, I'm like, man, I hear a mariachi band on this shit, but I only had 4 days to do the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
When you got back from...
When I got back from Australia.
Right.
When I was in Australia, we was getting death threats from Sultana Bianca and all that kind of shit, so I was kind of bummed out the whole time over there.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you know what I'm saying, because she was giving us death threats, I couldn't, really kick it with the other artists like I wanted to. I tried to... B.O.B. wanted me to get that Kid Cudi for this Strange Clouds remix that we did. But when we got those threats from Sultana Bianca, my security had to start moving me to different hotels, so I couldn't really kick it with Obi Trice and them and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So I was already bummed out about that, and we'd be like in hotels where there weren't no food around, like because they were so far away. And it was like I was already bummed out, and then Travis called me in the midst of me being bummed out because I had to be away from everybody and really on alert because, Sultana Bianca had said some shit like, there's going to be silencers in the club for you tonight and shit like that. It was, like, really fucked up. I'm like, damn, but we showed her so much love, so it was fucked up. So when Travis called me and said, Tech, man, I just realized that when you get back, there's only 4 days in the studio that you have to do KlusterFuk. I was supposed to say, I can't do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And plus I had to do one for Mayday also for their album and Badlands, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like that means I had to do 7 songs in 4 days. And I'm Superman, so I told Trav, yeah, I got it. But I didn't think I had it. I said, I'll just start writing it out here. But the shit I was writing out there, because of I was so fucked up in the head, I couldn't really concentrate to write because we were getting death threats from a person that was supposed to love us, you know what I mean? And it was, you know, they just don't know that we have to take precaution when that happens. We have to take everybody seriously. Even though she's a small woman, we have to take everybody seriously because this is their town. We don't know who she's with. We don't know nothing. So we had to move like somebody was really trying to kill us, man.
Right.
And it was bummed out, so I really couldn't write, you know what I mean, like I wanted to. So on the way back, on the 14 hours way back, you know what I'm saying, I wrote the intro, you know what I mean, to KlusterFuk. I wrote the intro, you know what I'm saying, I'm singing the intro. It's so fucking beautiful, man. And it's like, I just got back and did all the songs, man, and I was done by Friday. I started Tuesday and I was done by Friday.
You did those songs and the verse for Mayday. I want to hit on that because you really freaked them out with that one.
Yeah.
They're all fucked up over it.
Totally.
Okay, well, and you know, to me, you're a pretty self-aware MC. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, of course, you know, their go-to line is like gonna be, "Yeah, I get better," but I think you really realize that you have things like, you know, on all 6s and 7s, you had like Technicians, He's a Metal Giant, and you're like, he didn't. That's never happened before.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? You'll have a verse from Unfair or something, and you'll be like, well, I've never heard him do that.
Yeah.
And the shit's still actually progressing. Are there moments like that on KlusterFuk?
Totally,
just
man.
Like,
totally, man. It's like, it's just, I feel the music and I just go with what it says. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird, man. It's just so weird how it happens, man, how just shit comes out like it's a freestyle, man, and I'm just writing whatever comes to my head, you know what I mean? I just did something for Stevie Stone's album called 808 Bendin', man, and it's just some of the shit, some of the styles and some of the pitches that are coming back from the 90s when I was rapping, you know what I'm saying, when N9ne was first really getting out there, man. Some of those pitches I'm bringing back.
On the production?
No, the pitches, like my voice and voice inflection, and like right when I was like N9ne and they're like ding 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 ding, like fine, you know, all this shit is like coming back, man, and it's like it's coming back crazily. It's like it's schizophrenic again, man, all over again. It's just the way it comes out is so weird, and I just didn't know it would come out so quick. You know what I mean? But it's really good music, man. You know what I'm saying? Blur was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Blur was one of them that I did, you know, first. You know what I mean? I told a story. You know what I mean? And it came out wonderfully. People dig it. You know, true stories going on, man. I told a lot of stories on KlusterFuk. You know what I'm saying? I told a lot of stories.
I think that's a side that maybe we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, there was a lot of storytelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
man.
Well, so I mean, Mom and Them was sort of that, but not like
this is
where you're like the narrator.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally, man. It's a song on there called Awkward. And I'm telling stories about awkward moments, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty funny to me, you know what I mean?
So do you have any favorite songs or moments on KlusterFuk personally?
Yes, man.
Okay. What would some of those be?
I mean, it's like I'm telling you, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying these titles, but DKNY has got to be one of my favorite ones, you know what I'm saying? It's called DKNY. It stands for different kind of nigga you. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, you different kind of nigga you. You know what I'm saying? A different kind of nigga. And the motherfuckers say, do your thing, you different kind of nigga you. You know what I'm saying? It's just DKNY is like the last song on there. It was officially supposed to be the introduction into me doing the Kibosh album. It was supposed to be Mayday featuring Kibosh with all the Dirty Worms and everybody and me and Chris on it. But the Dirty Worms couldn't get in the studio that quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I sent it to Aquilio, when I sent Ugly Duckling to Aquilio, you know, they were in Greece.
Yeah.
So I had to call Satin Star, and thank God the Satin Star, you know what I'm saying, she got them on the phone, you know what I'm saying, in Greece.
Right.
You know, Aquilio, they be everywhere, dog. I'm talking about it's crazy, like they're so mysterious, like they like, we're going to be in Australia. I'm like, really? When I'm there, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really get to get them I didn't really get to get them the info, so they didn't come. So it's like, you know, we're going to be at the MI Psycho video shoot. You know, they from Houston, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they popped up in the mid of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? They like supernatural beings or something, dog. I don't understand it. They pop up everywhere. I'm talking about, like, these are my people, man. I know we're going to do a lot of work, but I sent it to them, and they was able to get it to me a day. Back in the day, they came back. They flew from Greece. They, like, text calling. They wasn't done in Greece. Flew back the next day, did it, sent it the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like real hardcore shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I didn't get when I didn't get the DKNY song, I was like, fuck. I really wanted it to be the Kibosh track, to be the last one, so I can start on the Kibosh thing. But I think Smack and them down there are having complications with the band. I'm not sure. But we're going to figure it out, you know what I mean? So it's just me and Chris on DKNY now, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to use none of the guitars that they sent. They sent guitars over for DKNY, but I didn't want to use it without Smack because it's not Kibosh without Smackola.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't use any other elements because I wanted to be, if it's going to be a true Kibosh or Mayday track, it had to have everybody on it. I wasn't going to use any of the elements.
Right.
But DKNY is like one of my favorite ones. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, look forward to that. Let's move on. I want to move to MI Psycho being on vote.
Strange music.